What's up, everybody? Give us an A-OK on the mic. Testing 1, 2, 3. Greg, take it away.
Testing 1, 2, 3. What's up, everybody?
The following is a special presentation of the Simulation Football Act.
As Funk drops to throw, he's going to air it out right side, and wide open is A.J. Blaylock. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Back to pass, Dazzo to the end zone. Oh, we caught it! D.R. Sim! Touchdown, Crabs!
D.R. Sim in the house!
Look at the dive.
Laid it out. Laid it on the line.
Zuli, handoff, Snowden, and two people miss Snowden, and Snowden is going to walk into the end zone! Touchdown, Dragons! That's how you answer a pick six! The handoff goes to English, and English right up the middle, makes a spin move, breaks a tackle! Johnny English is in the building! Touchdown, Legends!
Welcome to the Dome in Orlando, Florida. It's week 7 in the Simulation Football League. And today it's the first Walsh War of the Summer 15 season between the Orlando Intimidators and the Honolulu Legends. From the Dome here in sunny Florida. Alongside Greg Morris, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. Today, Johnny English and Jude Vierro take on Sam Parker and Stephen Lambert, among others. Greg, how you doing this fine Sunday?
Doing very well, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing all right. As you look at the starting lineups for Orlando and Honolulu, let's head down to the field for the coin toss, and let's get things underway.
This is going to be a very good game. I am excited to see what the Gatlin boys are going to do against Mr. Zach Parker.
We'll take heads. In his tail. We'll take the ball.
And how Ono Matsumoto will do against that Legend defense as well. That's going to be very interesting.
I hope he has a rabbit foot in his pocket.
Start of the ball game, Orlando and Honolulu. Honolulu in the bright yellow road jerseys. Intimidators looking for their first win of the season in the upset over his wife, Kyle and Jamie Walsh, and we're underway. From the 10, past the 15, 20, Orlando past the 30, and a nice return up to the 31. And let's see how these two teams break down today. Greg, it's pretty simple. Honolulu is pretty much better in most categories, but you know, Orlando in the past couple of weeks has improved, and they're trying to take the next step.
Oh, they have improved, but is that going to be enough for today, though?
First and 10, their offense is going to start with the football at the 31-yard line. Honolulu's got 8 in the box, and 2 in the backfield for Ono Matsumoto, the quarterback, and he's going to drop the throw on the first play of the game. The deep ball is caught. One-on-one coverage down the field. That is Isaac Perez, the tight end, for a first down. Orlando to their own 45-yard line, and that's how you keep a secondary honest.
Oh, yeah, that was a very nice catch, too, by the non-star.
Isaac Perez is a bronze star.
Oh, is he?
Come on now.
Oh.
I know you got some notes over there, man. You're just trying to confuse everybody.
Oh, my bad. You're right. He is. Big old boy, too.
He doesn't have a lot of catches. Maybe that's the confusion. First and 10 to the 45. Matsumoto back to pass. He's got a good pocket. Throws down the middle. That pass is caught again. And that time, there you go. That's a non-star tight end. But another first down to the Honolulu 41.
My bad. You're right. Isaac Perez, 6'5", 260 pounds. But he only had 5 catches up until that catch.
If Orlando's going to get an upset in this game, how do you think they're going to do it today, Greg? Wow, silence you. I didn't imagine that.
I almost said smoke and mirrors, but I would not do that to Mr. Walsh. Actually, Orlando has a very good chance to win this game because the coordinator, who is Mr. Walsh, he's been very good at coming up with game plans in the second half of most seasons that I've seen him in. He's always been able to diversify, change up his game plan. So I see that happening today. He's coming up with some tricks here today. So let's keep our eyes open.
And Honolulu has never beaten Orlando in their house. And this is a good opening possession for the Intimidators. 2nd and 4 at the 36, and the handoff to Parker goes around the left side. Parker makes a spin move and will not get the first down. Just a 2-yard pickup. Gage Wilson in the vicinity, and it's 3rd and 2 long and Fierro on the top.
Zach Parker coming into today, he was averaging 6.5 yards a carry and 6 touchdowns. Where Zach has been most effective, though, is coming out of the backfield catching passes.
Orlando is 5th in the league in rushing offense per game, 149 yards. They're going to run it here on 3rd down and 2. Similar play and blown over the backfield.
Boom goes the dynamite.
A loss of 1, and that is the big boy, Jeb Gatlin. And what a difference the Gatlin brothers have made for the Legends this year.
Man, those two dudes are just scary. They really are.
4th down and 3. You know, Jeb came from Minneapolis first in free agency, and that helped Honolulu. Able to get his brother along for the ride, Billy Joe, of course, the $10 million.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll do it, too. But they have pretty much transformed this Honolulu defense.
Orlando's punt will bounce inside the 10 all the way into the end zone. And that's just an unfortunate bounce there for Orlando as the coffin corner does not work out for Boston. It's going to be 1st down and 10 to the 20 for the Legends. And Honolulu's defense, a little shaky at first, but they end up holding their own and forcing a punt.
Which is what they usually do. I mean, they're kind of like a rubber band. I know people have heard that phrase before, where they bend but they don't break. But then they'll always make a play that breaks the offense.
Honolulu 3rd in the league in scoring defense per game, 21.3 points given up. And Johnny English is going to take a pass out of the backfield, and English is going to be roped out of bounds. Just a 3-yard pickup. That's a nice job in the flat by the Orlando defense, which also is much improved over the last couple of weeks. He only beat Santa Fe in that game.
Oh, yeah. But Johnny English isn't really known for coming out of the backfield catching passes. Up until that catch there, he only had 3 catches for 7 yards.
Yeah, it's interesting that they start the game like that. 2nd down and 7 at the 23-yard line. 4 receivers, 2 to either side for Walker. Walker under center. And Orlando goes in a 3-2-5 defensive set. 3-2-6 defensive set. As play action for Walker is going to go deep down the field, and the pass is incomplete as Iba is hammered by the silver free safety Rodney Woods, who gets up and chops the air. 3rd down.
But that has been the modus operandi of this Honolulu offense. Big strike. I mean, both wide receivers are averaging like 34 yards and 22 yards respectively for Cannon and Iba.
Modus operandi.
Yes.
We're getting astute here on the S15 today.
I just looked that up this morning.
3rd down and 7 at the 23. Out of the shotgun now is Walker. And Walker will fire it down the middle. That pass is caught for a 1st down at the 39-yard line. And Kevin Walker once again spreading the ball around. We were talking pregame that Caesar Cannon and Yuya Iba don't have the catches you would expect out of 2-star receivers, but they certainly have the yards.
Oh, yeah.
That pass caught in between 4 different Intimidators as Honolulu will keep the drive alive with their first one of the chains.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Walker this year. The only downside for him has been his interception.
Black helmets, yellow jerseys, black pants, black numbers with the yellow trim for Honolulu. Orlando in the home, white helmets, dark colored jerseys, black pants, gold and white trim. And Johnny English takes really his first handoff of the game, and he picks up 5 yards. And that's something that's been missing here from the opening drive. We haven't even talked about Mr. English, who's having a sensational year.
But that's what he do, Mr. English. Yeah, he's averaging 5 yards a carry, 9 touchdowns. Very durable back, too. I say that and watch he'll get hurt.
Let's hold on. There was a look at strong safety rookie Kedrick Watkins there. He made a couple of big plays a few weeks ago. That pass is knocked away from Iba. A.J. Lacoste defending the play, and now it's 3rd down and 5, and you can see where Orlando, maybe against Baltimore or Santa Fe, may have given that play up. The defense, particularly in the first half, has been much better in games.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if he wants to keep trying Lacoste like that. Lacoste has 6 passes defense so far this year with 2 interceptions. So I don't know if he really wants to keep trying him.
3rd down and 5 at the 44-yard line out of the eye for the Legends. A 3-3 defense for Orlando, ball on the left hash, and Walker's going to go straight back, swing it out to the opposite side, and English is going to rumble and not get the first down. Excellent open field tackle by Isaac Wallace, who was picked up in free agency this season, and it's 4th down and 1. Another good defensive stop to start the drive, and the Sunday Showcase is getting a little defensive.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what Orlando, that's what got them in the playoffs last year was defense.
Honolulu does have the offense out there. 4th down and 1 at the 48. 18 on the play clock. Do they dare go for it this early in a scoreless ball game?
I think they're just trying to make them jump.
It would appear that way. Down to 10, down to 9. And Orlando is not budging.
Just a waste of a timeout.
That's a defensive line that has actually been one of the best in the league. They are number 4 in the league. They've got 8 total sacks, and anytime you can get pressure on the quarterback without any stars out there on the front 4 or the front 3, that's you're doing a job up there.
Yeah, but I think that Walker his uniform's been pretty clean this year.
He has.
So far as sacks are concerned.
Yeah, just 2 allowed by Honolulu. That's 2nd best in the league. And I can't for the life of me remember who was number 1, but I want to say it's San Francisco. I know they've been pretty efficient back there too. I'm just not sure. 4th down and 1. The Legends will punt it away. Back-to-back punts to start this Sunday Showcase Week 7 here on the Sim Football Network on Twitch from the 14-yard line. Orlando on the return, and not much there. Wraps him up in a jiffy.
Him up like a birthday gift.
Surprise! It's not a lot of yards. Money Monday comes your way tomorrow night. The 3-1 DC Dragons against the 3-1 Louisville Wolfpack, and boy, that is going to be one heck of a game. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Orlando's stars on offense: Ono Matsumoto at quarterback, Zach Parker at running back, the receivers Lorenzo Allen and Nathan Chambers, and the tight end is Isaac Perez. As Parker, what a move by Zach Parker! He gets out in the open field, 35 down to the 40 to the 43-yard line, and he did all that himself.
Jack attack, that's what he's known for, coming out of that backfield, catching that ball.
Oh man, that was a poor pursuit angle there from the Legend defenses. Jeb Gatlin finally ran him out of bounds, but you know, we were alluding to it. Zach Parker, one of many running backs in this league that are dangerous out of the backfield.
I think Jeb wanted to maul him when he got into the sideline.
Yeah, I don't think he was too happy about the way he treated his defense. 4-3 look, linebacker shift. 3 in the backfield. Matsumoto to throw. And Walker's route is taken away. And Jude Fierro picked it off. I don't think I've ever seen a corner come in and take away a swing pass out of the backfield.
Man, you don't want to try June Fierro. I mean, the man's got 4 interceptions, 9 passes defense. 5th interception this year.
June Fierro, number 1 in the league, and I don't care who you are. 5 interceptions in 5 games is a pretty good ratio. Wow, what a play by Fierro. Will set up a 1st and 10 to the 44. I have never seen a corner play a swing pass that well. Back to pass is Walker. Walker fires it right side off the hands of receiver, and it's going the other way. Past midfield, Honolulu 48-yard line.
That is nice.
And if you're Kevin Walker, what are you supposed to do? I mean, you put it right in his breadbasket, and Isaac Wallace said, no, it's mine now. Boink.
Oh, he's got to catch that. That has to be a catch. I would make him walk home. Make him walk back to Honolulu.
Oh, man. Unless he's Jesus, I don't think he can walk on water. He's going to have a hard time getting back there. For 1st and 10 of the 48 after back-to-back turnovers on the 2nd possession for each team in this game. 2 in the backfield for Matsumoto. He will drop back the pass. Blitz from the right side. Matsumoto down the middle of the field. Double coverage incomplete. But it looks like the officials are going to throw a flag for PI, and that's a big break for Orlando. Pretty decent coverage there.
Yeah, that was very good coverage.
Apparently too good of a coverage.
And Matsumoto, he did a very good job getting rid of the ball because there was some serious pressure on him.
So 1st and 10, it's a spot foul all the way up to the 36-yard line. And we talked to Kyle Walsh before the game about what it was like living with his wife and another owner of the SFL.
How to answer this question without ending up in the doghouse? Well, for starters, it's awesome to have a wife that loves to do the same things I do and can be a part of this experience with me. We also have a daughter that will sometimes watch the games with us. For the most part, we don't really fight over who has the next or anything like that, but it does get stressful when we play each other. Since we do live together, we both have tons of knowledge of each other's teams, so it just makes it that much more difficult to have an attack plan on each other's teams. People ask if we have bets, and to answer that question, no, we really don't have, because I usually win, and last year was a fluke and it won't happen again. But I love that we have this as something we can do together, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Kyle Walsh talking some smack to his wife, saying that last year was a fluke. Second down and 13 as the pass is incomplete, and June Fierro says, how's that for a fluke? There's another pass defended for the league's best corner, and it's 3rd and long.
I would not continue to try Mr. Fierro. He's already proved his point, but hey, go for it.
And if you're Ono Matsumoto, it's kind of a tough call because Lorenzo Allen is clearly your top receiving target, and how can you just disappear from him from the game plan like that?
Well, if you keep giving it to Fierro to take it back the other direction, he's going to have to disappear.
3rd and 13, and Matsumoto is drilled.
Down goes Matsumoto.
6-yard loss as the Legends pick up a sack, and the defense continues. Mike Gardner with the 6-yard loss on Matsumoto. And boy, Zach Parker, he needs to go back to blocking school. That was really bad.
And that's what I've been saying about the Legends defense since this year, is the fact that they do just enough to where they get to a point where they make that one key play, and so you know you're off the field.
Yeah, that's pretty good spot-on analysis right there, as the Legends called for a fair catch at the 11-yard line. So Orlando, the one thing they have done in the first quarter is they are playing the field position battle quite well. Most of our action has been on this right side of the field, and the fans on the other half of the field aren't getting their money's worth so far.
Right, and what Orlando has going for them is home field advantage. And there's something to be said about home field advantage in all pro football, because there is momentum involved.
And they're a pretty good home field team as well. The Dome can get rocking. 1st and 10 at the 11. English takes the carry. Johnny English bottled up only about a 3-yard gain, and we really have yet to see Johnny English break out. And Orlando's second-ranked run defense per game is likely a contributor to that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But even against other teams, we haven't really seen English break out the way he's done in the past, if you know what I mean.
2nd down and 7 to the 14. Those big rumbling, stumbling type
plays. Oh yeah.
High formation. He's going to take another carry. His second straight, and Johnny English calmly gets about 6.5. It's going to be 3rd down and short for the Legends coming up.
He is a straight up. He's a full-grown man, though. I mean, as the game goes on, he just gets tougher and tougher. He's a workhorse.
4.5 to go here on the Sunday Showcase. Scoreless first quarter in the Walsh War. Hashtag Walsh War between the Honolulu Legends and the Orlando Intimidators. Honolulu, the surprise team of the SFL this season, 3-1. Looking for their 3rd playoff appearance in franchise history. Johnny English is all over the place, but he got the first down. That was pretty, but at the same time, a little head-jarring. I heard you groaning over there.
Well, I'm watching this like it's almost like, you know, it's almost poetry in motion. Like he's just ready to break out.
Oh, okay, that was a positive.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
1st down and 10 at the 24. Under 4 minutes to go in the quarter. As English takes the handoff, picks up some blocks. English bouncing off of defenders, picks up 3, 25 yards on 6 carries now for English. Watkins on the tackle. 3.5 to go in a fast-moving first quarter.
Watkins, up until that, coming into the game, he had 20 tackles, 1 for a loss.
Not a bad rookie season through 4 games. 3 receivers, 2 to the left-hand side. Ball to the left hash. Walker's under center with English to his right. 11 play clock. Walker back to pass. Walker's looking against a late blitz. Fires down the middle of the field. That pass is knocked away. And Yuya Iba has been very well defended this whole game, as has Lorenzo Allen, and it might be difficult for these star receivers to keep going. Somebody else is going to have to step up.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be, oh man, that was nice. That was a very good play.
That was Rodney Woods again for the free safety position. Nicely done once again. You seeing this, Darth Destro MD? I heard a rumor that the loser of this game has to make biscuits from scratch and grits next Sunday morning. I don't know about that, man. I wouldn't be up for that. Especially if I was Orlando sitting at 0-4. Sorry, Kyle. 3rd down and 7 at the 27. Out of the shotgun, back to pass. Walker deep again, and it's overthrown and incomplete. And I tell you what, Orlando is keying on the fact that what Kevin Walker likes to do is throw down the field because they are not giving him anything deep.
No, it's a very sound game plan. Let's just do whatever you want on the flanks. We're not letting you beat us downfield deep.
A good game so far for Watkins, Woods, Wallace, and Lacoste in the Orlando secondary. Wallace has that pick. And Rodney Woods, a couple of passes defended already in this game. So you tip your hat to them as Honolulu takes the high snap. They will punt it away. Honolulu is number 2 in the league in scoring offense. They average 38.8 points per game. What an achievement for Orlando to hold them to a goose egg so far right here.
But wouldn't you say that Honolulu has made probably one of the biggest turnarounds from last year?
Absolutely.
Or am I seeing this crazy?
No, absolutely. I mean, they were a playoff team last year, but I think we all kind of knew that they were sort of the best of a bad situation there, with San Francisco kind of limping in. Oklahoma City was kind of limping to the end of the season, and they just happened to be the team that had to face Minneapolis in the first round. Matsumoto takes a low snap, fires down the middle, caught by Allen, but he only got about 4 yards, as it almost looked like he was running away from the defense on that play.
And running away from Fierro. I mean, this is going to be, if they want to have any success, this is basically going to have to be a West Coast offense type deal. Dink and dunk your way downfield, take your 3, and if you can get 7, great. But they're not going to go deep on this team, I think.
57 passing yards for Matsumoto so far, 2.5 to go in the first, 2 in the backfield, 2 receivers. Honolulu showing an outside blitz, they back off, rush 4. Matsumoto completes it, first down, heavy hit, double team by Gage Wilson and company, first down to the legend, 49-yard line. Perez again.
Yeah, Perez got hit pretty hard there. I thought I saw birds flying around his head after he got up.
First down and 10 for the foot. My eyesight's not as good as yours, so I'm just going to take your word for it. First and 10 at the 49-yard line of the Legends. Matsumoto going to change the play. Both receivers to the bottom of the screen. Matsumoto back to pass down the middle. That pass off by Allen. And boy, that's one way to get Lorenzo Allen involved. Just tuck him inside and throw it down the middle to him.
I'm wondering if they can hear us, because that's what I was saying. Dink and dunk your way downfield. Try to get you 3. Turn this into just a trench warfare and try to get out of here with a win.
You know, we've always wondered if they can hear us down there. Some of the things that happen, man, it's absolutely unbelievable. 3 guys in the backfield, Allen to the bottom of the screen. I don't see anybody on him at all. Must be way off the ball. The handoff goes to Parker, and Parker is going to get away from 1, and then Nathaniel Grayson says, "Have a seat, big boy," and it's first down at the 38-yard line. The Stork with authority.
Mr. Grayson, free safety, 6'8", 223 pounds. Yeah, you heard me right. 6'8", 223 pounds.
He's certainly a unique player.
Yes, he is.
Hasn't really had a breakout season since season 1.
No.
But worth keeping on the team. Parker takes the swing out. Parker's got 3 people to beat, and even Zach Parker isn't going to get away from that. Billy Joe Gatlin on the tackle.
If there's a G involved in the tackle, that's going to be a tall order right there.
Yeah, you know it. Jeb Gatlin is number 1 in the league, averaging 12.3 tackles per game. Just moved into that position after Thursday's game when Bobby Law had an off night. Billy Joe Gatlin not far behind him either.
Yeah, Jeb has 7 tackles for Law.
2nd and 8, Matsumoto down the middle. Boy, that was dangerous. He still nearly wedged it in there to Allen. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 8. Not a bad throw from Matsumoto, but boy, that took some guts.
Ooh, yeah, that took a lot of guts, as we can see in the replay there.
Allen should have caught that one, though. I mean, credit to Matsumoto, he put it where only Allen could have caught it. But man, yeah, he definitely took a chance on that one. 3rd down and 8. Here we go at the Honolulu 36. They pass the 50 every time, but they just can't get into scoring position. 3rd down and 8. Can Honolulu come up with another stop? Matsumoto will swing it right side. That pass is caught by Nathan Chambers for a first down to the 27-yard line. And finally, Orlando enters into scoring position.
Nathan Chambers coming in today, he had 16 catches for 200 yards and 1 touchdown. But what this does is it sustains the Orlando drive, which is what they need to happen.
Majesty 95 is here with us in San Antonio, and I'm sure he's having a struggle of keeping quiet over the last 12 minutes, so we applaud him for that effort. As Matsumoto flips it outside, there's a penalty marker. This may come back as Zach Parker makes a 3-yard catch during the quarter.
For those out there in the in radio land, I just gave him a thumbs up.
An eligible receiver.
Wow, it's actually an eligible receiver for Orlando. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty, make it first down at 15. And we'll have to replay that down when we come back. While we head to break, take a look at one of the biggest plays of this rivalry, Honolulu's only victory in it. We got a scoreless ball game. Orlando holding their own after the end of 1. We'll be back to the Dome after these messages.
Still waiting for that breakout play. Both defenses solid. I formation for the Legends, stacked in tight. 1st and 10 for the 4, and the handoff's going to go to Christ. Nearly a safety. Christ picks up some big blocks, and there goes Christ. 1 man to beat. Past the 45, midfield, 40, 30, and he is going to score. 96 yards. Touchdown, Legends. Holy cow. No, Christ nearly tackled in the backfield. And he gets some big blocks, 2 big blocks on the outside. And Orlando is done for. Hell of a run by Honolulu.
Start of the second quarter here from the Dome. A first down and 15 after the ineligible receiver penalty. And Matsumoto is going to flip it outside, and look at Fierro. He is there once again to make the play. Second one.
Fierro said, I ain't trying to hear all that. Keep on, I'll get another one.
And June Fierro, you talk about being a product of the system. In his rookie year with Honolulu, we weren't really sure if a gold corner was going to pay off really for anybody in this league. But, man, he has had a breakout sophomore season. He's been absolutely fantastic. Second down and 15, 2 in the backfield. Matsumoto back to pass. Matsumoto, nearly threw a pick. Cut off, and that is Hakeem, who was more or less a hero in that Baltimore game. He had I think he had 2 picks in that game. He was fantastic, and he's back on the roster again here today for Honolulu, and he breaks on that ball, and now it's 3rd and 15. Again, back at the 32. They still may not get any points off this drive. Honolulu's rubber band working so far. 3rd down, 15 for the Intimidators out of the shotgun. Matsumoto back to pass. Matsumoto going deep down the middle. Caught to the 7-yard line. Allen, beautiful pass, and June Fierro got stumped on that one.
That's the man. That's the man, Mr. Allen.
That is a pretty laser right over the top, and Fierro was chasing him the whole way. First and goal at the 7 after Allen's 3rd catch of the afternoon. 3 in the backfield. Matsumoto back to pass. Going to flip it out to Parker. Parker 10. Parker 5. And Parker spins off of 1 and scores.
Back attack.
Touchdown, Intimidators. They are on the board first. Tough to tackle in the open field. Parker gets it done.
That's their bread and butter. When they get close like that in the red zone, Parker's going to touch the ball at least once or twice.
It's so tough to stop. He just bounced right off a 2. Gets into the end zone, standing. Extra point coming. Orlando is struck first. In the first edition of the Walsh War this summer, they'll play each other one more time this season.
The thing about Honolulu, though, is that they can strike so quickly and so deep. So no time when you're playing defense against them, I don't think you're safe, regardless of where they are on the field.
Especially Caesar Cannon. I mean, the guy's averaging a whopping 34 yards a catch, and the guy was brought in to be a third down specialist.
Right.
He wasn't really even brought in to be a deep threat, and that's what it's turned out to be.
That's just scary good too.
I mean, when you're Caesar Cannon's size and you're rumbling down the field, I mean, guy's a big boy, former tight end out there. He's like a Calvin Johnson type, and you got one of those running in the open field. It's tough to stop.
Yeah, 6'6", 250 pounds. With speed.
I don't know if he's got a lot of speed. He's probably got like you and I speed, but
he's got a little bit more speed than I do.
Sorry, I was overestimating our potential. 6 carries, 25 yards for Johnny English, but for the most part, he's been kept in check. Ball at the 28-yard line, 4 down linemen, and on a counter, English takes it left, and Johnny English, there he goes! English switches hands, 1 man to beat, running out of gas, and down to the Orlando 26-yard line. And there we go!
Yeah, they heard you!
I'm telling you, they can hear us up here, man. Majesty 95 knows all about it. Hey, you know, I always wonder, maybe people think that we can like see what's about to happen, and we really don't. No, we don't know what's going on. We tell them what to do, and then they somehow magically get it done.
We're just as shocked as everybody is out there when it happens.
I don't know how it happens. 1st and 10 of the Orlando 26, 3 receivers in an I formation look, ball on the right hash. 10:58 to go in the first half, and Honolulu is in scoring position for the first time. Walker back to pass, he'll flip it out to English, and English is going to be triple covered there after a 5-yard gain. And it really looks like that's what Orlando was trying to do today. They're forcing Honolulu to do something that they don't really do, and that's throw the ball into the flat.
Right. Yeah, English, that's not a big part of their game plan with English. They want to do what they did in the previous play, give him the ball and let him do his thing.
2nd down and 5 from the 21-yard line. 3 in the backfield. Honolulu trailing by 7 early on, and English is going to be bottled up. That's the 3-yard loss. And a nice job, Lacoste and company was there to make the play. 3rd and long.
A.J. Lacoste, 28 tackles coming into today.
28 tackles for a corner is actually some pretty good numbers through 4 games. That's about, what is that, 7 a game? If we're doing our math correctly today?
That could either be good or bad.
3rd down and 8 that's true. 3rd down and 8 at the 24-yard line. 4 receivers, 3 the left side. And English takes the handoff on a 3rd down and long, and English is going to be wrapped up. Actually got popped at the 21-yard line, averaging 8 yards a carry after that big run, but Honolulu's going to have to settle for 3.
Yeah, I think they'll take that. I think Honolulu has probably set in for this is going to be a long haul. They've set in for the seed. And so I think we're going to have us a Donnybrook come to a quarter.
So the field goal unit is on. This is from 38 yards away, and Honolulu's kick is missed. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Barrow just missed a 38-yard chip shot. What has gotten into kickers over the last few weeks?
I don't know, but I would make him walk back to Honolulu too.
They're going to end up all having to take a bus, which is equally ineffective.
Right.
But they're going to have so many people walking back. They're going to need a way to stick together or something. I don't know. I've never had to walk to Honolulu, so I'm really lost on the whole way of how it would work.
That is mind-boggling. It really is.
1st and 10 of the 28, so Honolulu ends up coming up empty on the drive, and they flip it out to the fullback, and he's going to be wrestled down. A 4-yard pickup. Staying in bounds, keeping the clock moving. Going to be 2nd down and 6 in Orlando. Man, it's hard to believe 9 minutes to go in the second quarter, and the team that averages 40 points a game still has not found the board.
Yeah, I mean, Orlando, the game plan has been solid so far defensively, and I think they're able to hold the Legends in check.
Orlando overall is just 10th in the league in scoring defense. Matsumoto's got time to throw and somehow fires it to Allen at the 42-yard line. Grayson and Fierro combined to make the stop, but Allen quietly now 4 catches, 47 yards. That's not a bad first half.
That's Mr. Steady. That's what he always does. I mean, he'll come here, there. You won't hear from him for a quarter or two. Boom, then he pops up again. But let's not forget, Fierro's over there too.
First and 10 at the 42. Allen has owned Fierro in the second quarter. And the swing out to the fullback and puts out the stiff arm.
No.
That's a 2-yard gain.
Could have got arm barred then. Sticking that arm out there like that.
Second down, 8. Second and 8 from the 44. 2-yard gain for the Intimidators. They're moving the ball again. They've crossed midfield on every possession. Just 7 points to show for it. Back to pass. Matsumoto. Matsumoto looking around. Check down. Finds Parker. Parker full head of steam. Stifler nearly got the first down. And has a little smack to talk on the Legend sideline.
Wow. Parker he got to those sticks really quick.
I'm telling you, man, you put him in a track meet in the open field.
Yeah. I think he's one of the faster backs in the league.
Third down and 1 of the 49. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels, all at /SimulationFL. That's Facebook.com/SimulationFL, YouTube.com/SimulationFL. Third down and 1, and Parker didn't get it. Ankle tackle made by Billy Joe Gatlin. It's 4th down.
It was an all-out blitz then. I mean, everybody was coming on the linebacker side.
Honolulu knows when to sell out and knows when to back off. That defense has been special all year, but I think one of the most important things that Matsumoto has done today that he has struggled mightily with over his tenure really in the SFL, anywhere he's been, is the turnover bug, and he is taking care of the football.
Yeah, so far so good.
And this kick is beautiful. That is down at the goal line. He didn't even have to cough and corner that one. He just put it right in the middle of the field.
Awesome. I mean, this puts the Legends behind the old 8 ball.
That is a brilliant punt. First and 10 at the goal line. Now, we showed you the flashback at the end of the first quarter of Christ, last year's running back for the Legends, running for 96 yards for a touchdown. Could Johnny English do it for 99 here? Orlando is certainly hoping that that is not the case. A audible play here from Walker. And Walker hands it off to English. He's got to get around the corner. He does. He's in the open field.
No! Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness!
To midfield.
Oh my goodness!
Johnny English. 99. He's tackled at the 1-yard line. They stumped him at the 1. 98 yards for English. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Is that the audible of the year or what?
Oh my goodness.
The poor ref, man, he couldn't get out of the way fast enough. Oh man, what an effort. I'm trying to see who made that tackle. Rodney Woods made that tackle at the 1-yard line.
Rodney got some speed there.
Woods saving the touchdown. Can you imagine if he fumbled right here?
But you made the call again.
I'm telling you, I don't know how. I just, it's just genius, and I'm sorry. First and goal from the 1. Walker's going to throw, and Walker is hit as he throws, and the pass is incomplete. Might have been trying to give English a bit of a rest there. Lambert applying the pressure as we catch
I
our
would
breath.
imagine they're giving English a breather, because that was a lot. Hell, I'm out of breath. I wasn't even running the ball.
Yeah, maybe I did really underestimate our lack of speed, or overestimate our speed. Second and goal at the 1-yard line. 6:15 to go in the first half. 7-0 Orlando, but Honolulu is about to tie the game after the longest run in SFL history that did not result in a score. And English tackled to the backfield. What a nice stop by Blake, the non-star. It's 3rd and goal now. Oh, man, if you're the Legends, you cannot come away with this with anything less than a TD.
I'm not sure I like that play call, trying to go out the flanks. I mean, he's been running between the tackles all day.
3rd and goal at the 3 now. And Walker hands it off, and English is stuffed, and they won't get in. That is a game-changing tackle made by Rodney Woods. Sensational. That's going to look weird in Daktronics. 98-yard run followed by a field goal. Wow.
Rodney Woods coming into today had 33 tackles.
Woods, who was last year's interception leader, I think he had 6 picks on the year, and he was a corner. And when Orlando got gashed in the secondary, partly by Minneapolis in the championship game, but throughout the course of the season, the secondary was not very good. They vowed to make their secondary better, as did teams across the league, and part of that was moving Rodney Woods, the former New York Knight, to free safety, and so far it's paid off for him.
All right. Can I take a moment to congratulate Eddie Gage?
Absolutely.
Won CAG 39 in the CAG NFL League. Eddie has been trying for quite a while now, so he finally garnered the coveted Dazo 47 trophy. He goes on the wall with his first championship. Congratulate Eddie. And he beat a multiple-time champion, P-Cat Magoo. So congratulations to both guys for making the championship game.
Oh, man, did he beat P-Cat?
Yes, he did.
Man, just from following CAG, I know P-Cat is a force, man.
Oh, yeah, he is.
That's impressive. Did you get lucky?
No. Eddie's game has always been tight.
Hand off to Parker now, and Parker tries to one-up English and fails miserably. Unsicker with his 3rd tackle, a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 1. So after everything we've seen, Orlando's still up by 4.
Yeah.
It's just out of control.
This is starting to look like the Orlando team we saw second half of the season of last year.
I don't know what it is about the Intimidators, but you don't want to play them the last 4 games of the year. You just don't. 0-4, you can never count them out. Matsumoto throws down the middle. That pass caught by Perez. First down to the 41. A 9-yard gain. And one thing we've seen here in this first half more often than not is Isaac Perez is much more involved in the offense.
What's that, his 3rd catch?
Yeah.
He had 5 catches coming into today, and he's already got 3.
Yeah, they must have seen something against Honolulu. Of course, obviously, it's if you're trying to throw it away from June Fierro, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Perez out for this play. 4 wide receivers, shotgun look for Matsumoto. 4:10 to go. Dan Stevens, Peter O'Keefe coming up with the first half highlight stats and analysis from the SFO studios in San Antonio. As Allen on the double move gets inside and picks up 7 yards. That one nearly knocked away. Fierro once again all over Allen, but he makes the catch, his 5th of the half.
Yeah, Allen is his go-to guy. I mean, that's who he's looking for most of the time. When he drops back. If he doesn't, he'll check down.
2nd and 3 of the 48. 7-3. Orlando's on top. And driving again. Linebacker shift, as does the defensive line. Showing outside blitz, they come with it, and Parker runs past it. First down to the Honolulu 47, a 5-yard gain. Move! There's Jones.
We're going to grind this out and try to get some points out of this drive. 3 or 7. I know, I'm Captain Obvious.
1st and 10 of the 47-yard line. 3:15 to go in the first half. Clock tick, tick, tick. The 37 for the first down. Back to pass Matsumoto. Matsumoto's got time. It's breaking down. Check down Parker. Parker's going to have a lot of room to run this time. And he's going to lose a yard. Unsicker missed his shot at the tackle, but Akeem cleans it up at 2nd and 11. 5 catches for 42 yards and a touchdown now for Parker. He is 7th in the league in total receptions with 36.
You know, Unsicker is, I just realized, he's only 5'11".
Small little linebacker out there.
Yeah.
League veteran, though, 5th year. As Zach Parker takes the pass on the 2-yard gain, 3rd down. Bradford Unsicker started with the Grand Rapids Rollers franchise, so he knows this Orlando team fairly well from the Walsh Bowl glory days. And then he had a brief stint in Minneapolis, and I think he may have gotten traded at some point. Now finds, hopefully, a comfortable home here in Honolulu. Third down and 9 to the 46. Back to pass. Matsumoto pump fake. And he goes deep, and it's caught. Albright, the non-star, down to the 16-yard line. I don't know what the Legend defense was doing on that play.
Albright is one of the best non-stars in the game.
He's got his first catch of the day. Here's another look at it. June Fierro, he got lost, and I think that he was distracted by the receiver coming on the cross route.
Yes, he was. But that was also just a very good throw. Nice touch.
Hit the 2-minute warning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Orlando Intimidator Radio Network.
You're listening to 1090 WIRN, the Extra Point, Orlando sports leader.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Orlando's trying to add to their first half lead. Back to pass. Swing out Parker. Parker, again, not a lot of room to return or to run. And Parker, after a strong start in the passing game, is starting to get shut down.
Yeah, here in the red zone, it gets pretty tight in the flanks. So I'm pretty interested to see what the play call is going to be like from here on out for Orlando down here.
Kevin Walker has 24 passing yards in the first half. That is less than Caesar Cannon's yards per catch average. As Parker takes the swing out. Parker! Oh my goodness! Sack! Oh! Down to the 2! He made one guy fly clear out of bounds. First down.
Oh, we need a replay on that one.
Get it going to...
Come on.
Come on! First and goal at the 2-yard line. Oh, man. That was embarrassing. I mean, that guy went almost into the second row.
That was some serious Zach attack.
1 minute to go. Orlando trying to make it a double-digit lead. Matsumoto back to throw. Matsumoto goes to the back corner of the end zone. Pass is tipped away and incomplete. And those are the type of passes as Gatlin knocked it away.
Dangerous pass.
Those are the type of passes that Matsumoto has been really, made poor decisions on. And it's resulted in interceptions over the course of the last 4 games especially.
Billy Joe knocked that one down, and he's got 2 interceptions, so he's very capable of snatching them out the air. So,
second and goal with the 2. Honolulu failed to punch it in. Will the Legend defense hold them out here? 2 receivers, both at the top of the screen, short side right. Parker is over there as well. Matsumoto back to pass. It's nearly a pick 6. I can't believe June Fierro didn't take that back. That is a missed opportunity if I've ever seen one.
Not sure why, but Fierro, he just knocked it down as opposed to trying to catch it.
Third and goal at the 2.
And that would have been 6.
If Matsumoto puts a little bit of touch on that, like maybe a Skeletor Funk or Zach Zuli might do on Monday night, that probably is a touchdown. He had an open man. Third and goal at the 2. Back to pass. Matsumoto floats it down the middle. Beautiful play call. It's Nathan Chambers. Touchdown, Intimidators.
Mr. Chambers.
Nathan Chambers, often forgotten in the offense behind Zach Parker and Lorenzo Allen. But Chambers, I believe he was right. He was in the slot, and he just kind of went on a seam route, and Hakeem didn't know what hit him, and Orlando has a 10-point lead.
That's Chambers' second touchdown of the season.
Just his second. Wow, that's unbelievable. I think his first 2 was in garbage time against Baltimore way back in week 1 when they threw that deep ball down the right side.
Yep.
He's been scoreless since.
This is the Orlando team that we saw second half of last year.
What a time to heat things up. Orlando is now at 14-3 and nearly have as many points as Kevin Walker has passing yards in this game. I don't think Caesar Cannon or Yuya Iba have a catch in this game.
I don't believe they do.
They've thrown to Iba a few times, and he hasn't been able to get it together. Johnny English had the one long run. That was their only big play of this half.
This is a very sound game plan that Orlando's coming here with to shut those 2 guys down.
Rodney Woods changed this game. He changed this game with that tackle. From the 10, Legends on the return. 20, 25. Stop. Turn around. What can Walker do with 2 timeouts in 43 seconds? I bet they'd like to have that 1 timeout they used earlier in the half.
Oh, yeah. That was, to me, that was such a waste. But what do I know? I'm not coaching the team.
Well, you know, when you're trying to draw, the most effective time is when a team has already been known to jump, and then you get them to jump again. But that early in the contest, yeah, it's hard to fathom. 3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. Walker back to throw. He's been shut down so far today. Walker deep ball, pass caught. Beautiful. That is, I believe, Caesar Cannon. And a timeout with 36 seconds to go. That's Cannon's first catch. And the deep down the field threat for the Legends has another big one.
I swear to God, they can hear you.
Stop reminding me. It's creeping me out as Rodney Woods makes
that was
a
beautiful catch, too. He stretched out for that, and that was one of those, he could have got his ribs broken.
Fortunately, we've stayed healthy through 2 quarters. Now, 45 passing yards for Walker, 21 just on that throw. A rating of 14.6 if you count his interception, which wasn't even his fault.
No, that guy, he should be Honolulu.
3 receiver set, back to pass, Kevin Walker. Walker going deep again. Walker caught it! Oh my God!
Yes!
To the 11th first down.
Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Caesar Cannon has come to play today.
Say Oscar?
Almost.
Almost.
Kinda. Maybe. Sorta.
See? Caesar Oscar Cannon makes the catch for the first down at the 11-yard line. And what a time for Caesar Cannon to show up as the excitement here on the Sunday Showcase continues.
That's that Legends deep threat.
What is Honolulu doing? They are kicking a field goal with 29 seconds to go, and that field goal is good.
All right, that's it. The whole team's walking back. They're walking back to Honolulu.
I'm just going to put my head down on the desk. If you can still hear me out there, I have never seen a team, I don't care if you're out of timeouts, there's 29 dang seconds left, and you're right inside, you're in the red zone.
Clock management much? What was that? Oh.
Jamie Walsh is screaming to the heavens. That's just plain stupid. I can't even be respectful.
I'm stunned.
That doesn't deserve respect. That deserves a slap in the face. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Why? And seriously, I mean, we've seen some interesting AI logic on the field goal kicking at the end of halves, but not that close with that much time left. Wow.
Yeah.
Orlando catches a break with that one.
Yeah, they did.
So that's 3 big plays for the Legend offense, and it results in yet another field goal. And now, can Orlando do something with it here? That pass is caught wide open, and they got the sideline to the 46-yard line. And out of bounds with 16 seconds to go, and Matsumoto has 222 passing yards in the first half.
Now, Orlando is wanting to get downfield to kick a field goal. And they've given them enough time. If they've given them enough time to get a score out of this, well, I don't even know what to say.
Orlando averages 235 passing yards a game, and they have 222 in the first half against one of the best defenses in the league. What a game for Matsumoto.
Oh, yeah. I mean, who would have expected? Well, I did. Matsumoto to have.
Back to pass! What a play from Matsumoto! A little sidearm action to the 38. Down to 6 seconds to go. Now this is some 2-minute execution here. 3 seconds left. They call a timeout. They have 2 left. Maybe they kick a 55-yard field goal. You know what? They could throw it to the other end zone for all I know with the way the last couple of minutes of this game has been.
If they get points out of this, I'm just gonna I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Not sure if they're going to go Hail Mary or if they're going to try a very long field goal. It would be justice for Honolulu if they did. But they're going to go for it. Hail Mary formation. Orlando trying to add to their lead before the end of the half. Up by 8. Honolulu's caught a couple of bad breaks in the first half, as Matsumoto is going to be sacked. And that is the end of the first half of play. Orlando 14, Honolulu 6. What a ball game as Dan and Peter take it away. We'll be back. This is Orlando Intimidator Football on the Sim Football Network on Twitch.tv.
And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Intimidators are out in front, 14-6.
Well, Dan, what do you say? You ready to dive into the 2K Sports halftime show?
A look at our halftime stats here, and boy, look at the difference in passing yards. The Intimidators should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponents hang in there with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Number 9 went to work on third down, and he was able to find his man. Unfortunately, the drive stopped shortly afterwards, and they had to punt it away. Midway through the first, number 25 was in the right place at the right time as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. Still midway through the first quarter, number 32 is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way, and he's able to get his hands on this one and picks it off. The Intimidators, now in the second quarter, number 3 went up top on the third down play, and he was able to find his man. A 24-yard play that set up a home team touchdown. The Intimidators ahead 7-0. Number 24 takes the handoff here, and look at the blocking at the point of attack. A big opening up the middle. Unfortunately, they could not capitalize on the play. Midway through the second, backed up against their own goal line, number 24 is going to show a little athleticism here as he finds an opening, and then he's off to the races. That set up an automatic 21-yard field goal. Late into the second quarter, the Intimidators out in front by 4. Number 3 went to the air trying to convert on third down, and he found his man. They move ahead by 11. The Legends, still late in the half, number 9 would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. That set up a 27-yard field goal. The Legends back 14-6. Williams ran a terrific route here and was able to pull this one in. They were getting the yards, but they weren't watching the clock, and time ran out on them. And that's how we'll round this one out. The Intimidators are holding on to a lead, 14-6.
All right, Dan. Nice work.
The Legends will receive to start the second half, and this is a tight contest. Currently, they're down 14-6. Now, let's get to the game.
It's halftime here in Orlando, 14-6. Intimidators on top of the Legends. And we'll be back for the second half after this. This is the Sunday Showcase on Twitch. Start of the third quarter from the Dome. Orlando 14, Honolulu 6. Man, Greg, there's a lot of thoughts from that first half. What's your main takeaway?
My main takeaway is Orlando's defense.
Conway kicks it, and the second half is under.
Legends offense.
Well, I don't forget the whole dang season to shut these guys off.
No, like I said, I've been impressed with what the Orlando defense has been able to do against this Legends offense, because, I mean, they are potent, strike quick, and we saw that at the latter end there of the second half when they went for this field goal, inexplicably went for the field goal with 28 seconds left in the half.
1st and 10 from the 29. English and the Legends are going to start with a football, and again, maybe that factored into their decision that they were handing the ball behind. That was as bonehead as I've ever seen a bonehead play.
Oh, yeah.
3 in the backfield. English starts the second half, and English is going to cut right, and he is just going to bounce off just about everybody for a 4-yard gain. He's got a $170 with a long run of 99 that didn't score a touchdown.
Right.
I still can't believe that. But how do you run 99 yards and not score a touchdown officially?
Well, the Legends offense, like I said, so far they've been as advertised, but then getting in the red zone, it's little things that they're doing that just don't make very much sense.
2nd and 6 at the 33. Another bizarre stat in this game is that Orlando only has 14 rushing yards. We're so used to Zach Parker churning out more yardage than that as English picks up 3. Do you expect Parker to kind of get going, or do you think Orlando will just stick with what's working?
I think they're going to just stick with what's working. I mean, why change it? I mean, Zach's stats are going to have to suffer today for the team.
Parker's number 4 in the league in all-purpose yards, 186.5. And off English on a 3rd and 3, and he got it. First down to 4.
Grown man run.
One of the things English does so well that you don't see a lot of backs in this league necessarily do well is on 3rd down and short, English is usually moving the chains.
Oh, yeah.
Some guys, I mean, even Parkey Chol struggles on 3rd down to get those crucial yards.
But English is almost like an amusement ride. Hop on, he'll give you a ride for 2 or 3 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line, handoff to English again. 3rd straight carry, English around the side, and a nice job by Orlando stretching him out. English is, boy, he's slow to get up, and he pops up, and boy, I got a little nervous there for a minute. I thought we had another gold star back on the Fritz.
But hadn't English been pretty durable throughout his career, or has he missed any significant time?
Interesting enough that you say that. The first 2 years he was a Dallas Star, he actually did, back-to-back years he got hurt the last play of the game. That pass should have been picked off. It was right to the linebacker, and he had butterfingers and couldn't make the play. 3rd down and 7. But yeah, Johnny English, both times against Oklahoma City, got hurt and ended up missing the rest of the season. Of course, you know, Dallas wasn't really in playoff contention then, and it didn't really much matter. But, you know, English struggled a bit with injuries in the early part of his career, but has really been durable since. Four receivers, back to pass. Walker swings it outside. Iba wide open, and he did not get the first down, according to the officials. Tagged down before he slid across the first down line.
I'm throwing a flag. I'm throwing a red flag.
How many bizarre things are we going to see? And they're going to punt the ball. They're not even going to challenge. Iba falls down, he slides, and then it's touchdown right before the marker, apparently. And Orlando nearly blocked the punt.
Are we watching this game in the Twilight Zone?
I think it's Twilight.
No, this is Twilight. This is low lights here. That's just crazy. There's no reason that play shouldn't have been challenged.
1st down and 10. Really, Honolulu just can't catch a break.
No.
Orlando's just getting the breaks to go their way. Shout out to everybody in the chat today. Dark Destro MD, Dub C 2108, Ghost of Crux, J Bams 33, L Marshall JR 89, Majesty 95, Marcus and more. My Man C, NY Kia 31, San Antonio True Shot Caller X Factor 56, Servo 222. Thanks for supporting the SFL as Zach Parker takes a handoff for 2 yards. 2nd down. Tackle made by Hakeem.
There's that man again, Hakeem.
Hakeem the Dream. Sorry, I don't want to start your freestyle there.
Yeah, stay away from there.
Second down and 8 at the 18-yard line. Out of the shotgun for Matsumoto. He'll flip it outside. Allen's got some space, and Fierro once again. Man, the dude is just solid.
Closing speed out the yin-yang.
Open field tackle, 6-yard gain, third down and 2. 246 yards now for Ono Matsumoto, which is above his season average. It's unbelievable. He's just had a great game. I mean, if there was any game for Ono Matsumoto against his former team, he kind of wants to perform well against them. Orlando is getting it done with his arm mostly. High formation, Parker going to get the carry, and Zach Parker got the first. That's still going. The 29-yard line moves the chains. Nice run from Zach Parker.
Now, at this point, if I'm Orlando, I'm looking to run clock. I've got this lead, so I want to hold the ball as much as possible, keep it out of the Legends' hand.
14-6, Orlando by 8 on the right hash up the 29-yard line. Getting another carry, and Parker is wrapped up. A 1-yard loss. Unsicker and company there to stop him. Second and long, and that's just great run D for the Legends.
Great run D, but guess what? The clock continues to run.
Honolulu, which is another reason why Orlando may be electing to throw. They're number 1 in the league in run defense. They give up just 71 yards on the ground, which is really tough to do in a league full of a lot of gold running backs.
Oh, yeah. Extremely tough.
4 receivers, 2 to either side. Matsumoto's out of the gun. Back to pass. Has time. Matsumoto check down. That pass caught. Nice head of steam. That got 9 yards. That's how checkdowns are supposed to work. 10, actually, after Parker's loss. That's Randall Parks. I've seen some good games out of him this year.
Yeah.
That's how you execute.
He motored after he caught that ball.
Yeah, that's how you execute a check down. You got to get up the field and go.
Right.
Too much herky-jerky sometimes with some of these guys who are trying to put on a show. Third down and 1 at the 38-yard line. 2 receivers, both to the bottom of the screen. Matsumoto out of the shotgun, back to pass. Matsumoto looking around, and it's incomplete. And look who it is again. June Fierro there to knock it away.
This has been an interesting battle between Allen and Fierro. It's kind of been back and forth. Allen wins a few, Fierro wins a few. This is going to be good coming down the stretch.
So 4th down and 1. That was a 3rd down and 1 play, so Orlando has to punt the football away. Boston's been very good today.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get the one time he just had bad luck on the bounce as it rolled into the end zone, but he's had a good leg on him this afternoon. 4th down here for Orlando. They're up by a score, but just can't pull away from the Legends. Honolulu on 31. Legends are the only team in the league that have not given up more than 29 points in a ball game this year. And that is pretty impressive.
Let's see what Mr. Walker can do now.
Walker's still under 100 yards passing on the day. Alongside Greg Morris, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Kim Irvine. You are watching the Sim Football Network on Twitch. Our Sunday showcase game is the Walsh War between Jamie and Kyle Walsh. Deep ball caught wide open. Caesar Cannon, that's his 3rd catch of the game, and I don't really have an explanation for that. He was all by himself.
Caesar, Oscar, Cannon.
most random, bizarre nickname in the league. I still don't know. I don't think there's a single player in the league named Oscar. I don't know where you got it from.
I have no idea.
I mean, trust me, from time to time I've made some weird mistakes as well, but man, I just don't know where Oscar came from. 1st and 10 to the 46. 4 receivers, 3 to the right side. Walker empty backfield, back to pass. Pump fake goes down the middle. That pass is in traffic and incomplete. And Walker threw 2 interceptions trying to make the connection on that pass last week. Rodney Woods knocks it away second.
Of course he did. Rodney Woods with 33 tackles, 1 for loss, 2 interceptions, 8 passes defense. Leave that man alone.
You know how I know it's a good game? When the chat is quiet. You always know it's a good game. Last time I said, hey, why isn't anybody chatting? They said, we don't have time for that. We're watching a good game. 2nd and 10 at the 46. English sandwiched at the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a half a yard. It's going to be 3rd and long for Honolulu.
That was an incision. Yeah, English, that was a very good hit. So now let's see what this Orlando defense can do here. I'm very impressed with the game plan though so far against the Legends. It's been phenomenal actually.
3rd down and 9 at the 46-yard line. Again, 4 receivers for Walker. Walker back to pass. He's going to air it out down the middle. A beautiful spiral is taken away. Rodney Woods up to the 39-yard line.
Did I just call it? I said, leave that man alone.
And what a vicious block on the interception return. Hopefully we can see it on the replay. Somebody got stoned out here. I think it was. Watch this. Boom! Right there in the middle of the screen. Oh, man. That looked like maybe a linebacker or a defensive lineman laying the load, and Orlando forces a turnover.
With 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, I am so impressed with that Orlando defense. It is just remarkable the game plan that Walsh has put up today.
Hand off to Parker. Parker around the right side. Picks up 6. If you like what you see today, make sure you check out Money Monday tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be giving away some cash as usual. And we got a great matchup, too. A battle of 3-1 teams.
Oh, yeah.
Louisville Wolfpack have been vicious at home.
Yes.
They got the funk rolling at home.
Yes, they do. Make my funk the P-Funk.
DC comes in 3-1 as well. Winner, which it's the only time the 2 teams play in the regular season, so the winner's going to earn the tiebreaker as well. So that is a huge game. That's tomorrow night at 6. That pass is knocked away as Gage Wilson comes up with the play. Allen, the intended receiver. And once again, it's 3rd down here for Orlando. And this is one of the best defensive games we have seen all season.
Oh, yeah. I mean, both teams. But like I said, the Legends offense has literally been shut down with the exception of a couple of long plays and some inexplicable plays. Orlando has played an outstanding game against them.
3rd down and 4 at the 45. Back to pass, Matsumoto. Pass caught. 1st down. Allen. Drilled again by Fierro. That's been the most fun battle all day long.
Oh yeah, very much so. Give and take, give and take. I'm loving it.
Allen now has 8 catches. 1st and 10 of the 49. Orlando, still hard to believe that the Legends have not scored a touchdown in this game for as close as they have been. 3 backs in the backfield, 14-6 Orlando. Hand off to Parker. Parker's got some space, but he's tackled from behind. Well, maybe first step, but anyway, golly. He was behind his blockers for eternity and still got the 1st down.
That is Zach Attack as we know it.
He's got 3 guys out here now. I'm just gonna wait and just bounce off this guy.
The legs never stop moving.
I'm just gonna keep going. Wow, past 40. It's 1st down. And Gage Wilson says, "Geez, finally, man, this guy. Come on, man." Oh man, L. Marshall Jr. is asking for some freestyle from you. Well, we haven't had many touchdowns today, Jr. Maybe we'll get some here on the next one. Matsumoto back to pass. Then he's looking, fires deep off the head, the antenna receiver, and incomplete. Chambers whiffed it.
Oh,
absolutely whiffed it.
Nathan Chambers, go up in the stand.
Walk home to, well, here already.
I mean, that's just a pass you've got to catch. The Legends can't allow them to get another score and go up even further. But Orlando needs to come out here with some points.
2nd and 10 of the 38, again, right on the fringe of scoring position. Orlando protecting an 8-point lead. Matsumoto back to pass, steps in the pocket. Matsumoto going freestyle. He's going to take off and run, and he picks up 2 yards. Not a bad decision if nobody was open, but he paid for it.
In the past, Matsumoto would have forced that pass downfield.
He definitely looks a lot more comfortable. Just a lot more comfortable out there today.
Yeah, it's really hard to explain what happened. I mean, just like a different quarterback.
3rd down and 8 at the 36. Under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd. Out the shotgun low, snap back to pass. Swings it out to Allen. He's wide open, but he's not going to be able to turn the corner. Fierro on another tackle. Allen 9 catches for 90 yards, but basically June Fierro is saying, hey, take your 6. I will make the tackle. I will for sure make the tackle. So 4th down and 2. We should see the field goal team on.
But this is what Orlando wanted to get some points out of this drive. They've ran clock and they're going to score.
We've seen some kickers miss some kicks here. Orlando is 91% this year on kicking field goals. 10 for 11. 47 yards away. And Orlando's kick to put them up 11. Good. Golf clap.
Yeah, I was actually holding my breath on that.
Golf clap for doing your job. So Orlando takes their largest lead of the day as you look at the ball go past the crossbar and had plenty of leg on that, hit the back of the net. Probably could have made it from about 49 yards.
Right. So I mean, looking at everything being equal so far, not equal, but do you think Orlando has a shot if they win out to make the playoffs?
It's a hard sell, but you know, Baltimore without Elliott Snyder, we're not really sure what they're going to look like. You know, you got to think at some point. You know, Santa Fe and Tallahassee both have 1 loss. They each have to play each other twice. They still have 2 meetings left this year, or 2 of the top teams in the conference. Honolulu plays Baltimore again later this year. Those are 2 more teams with 1 loss. I just got to think that even though we got a 6-way or a 5-way tie for 2nd place now that Santa Fe pulled ahead yesterday, there's got to be more losses in store for some of these teams, and that's going to only help Orlando. This would be a big upset that would definitely help them. As English takes the handoff, but only not a yard.
Yeah, and here's my thing is, you don't want to let Orlando sneak in and get in, because they are like a junkyard dog.
Watkins on that last.
Sorry, Cal.
Watkins on that last tackle, 181 yards for English now, but 99 on that 1 run. So he's only got 82 yards on the rest of his carries. That's pretty good run D at Orlando. 2nd and 9, Walker back to pass. Pump fake, swings it out, check down, pass clock. Paid for it. That was nasty. Could hear it up from up here as Lambert makes the tackle.
Now the WWE tackle.
3-yard gain, 3rd down and 5. Newfield on that last catch. Stephen Lambert quiet today, but surely effective.
At some point, Honolulu is going to have to figure out how to get this ball downfield.
They haven't figured that out all day. Yuya Iba has maybe a catch or 2 today. 3rd down and 5, and they're going to try it, and they hurt you again! And he scores! Touchdown! I don't know. Look. There's some voodoo going on in this place. You call for the long ball, and Ken, I'm telling you, man, Majesty 95 is our witness. Caesar Cannon burns Isaac Wallace, and for the first time today, the Legends are in the end zone, and they don't get stopped at the 1-yard line.
And that is so Isaac Wallace. I mean, he's had 3 passes defensed all year, and that one he was just so far out of place. That was just that was beautiful, though.
Caesar Cannon will tack on to his 34-yard per catch average.
Oh, yeah.
And even probably enhance it just a bit. The Legends, there's still a whole other quarter to go. Extra point or 2-point conversion here, would you do?
I would definitely do the extra point.
Okay, I know, we questioned in their special teams. I just didn't know if we were going to pile on or not.
Oh, that was almost blocked.
That was nearly blocked. Extra point for Barrow, who's had a bit of a rough day.
Yes, he has. He's walking back to Honolulu regardless. Unless he hits a game winner, he's walking back to Honolulu.
Makes the extra point. So just like that, it's 17-13, and I know the Walshes are freaking out. Kyle and Jamie, what they do is, if you're interested in looking for smack talk in the chat, they just put the game on the big screen, and they just sit on the couch and they just enjoy themselves in these rivalry games. So I'm sure they're having a good time. I hope nobody's dead. Somebody could certainly be dead at this point, but we hope not. It's hard to replace dead owners. It's really a mess. It's a PR disaster. But what happened to the last owner? Well, he died. Well, why did he die? Well, it was pretty intense. Oh man, I don't know if I want any part of this.
So, If you're Orlando, what do?
You almost just have to stick with what's going. You know, you let up one big play, but you can't let that get you down. As Parker, speaking of getting you down, he's going to be down back in the backfield.
Yeah.
Billy Joe Gatlin comes in on the blitz. That's a 3-yard loss. 2nd down and 13. But you know what? We need to start asking, what should Orlando do? We should just tell them what they're going to do, and then they'll do it. What are they going to do on this play? Since we seem to be predicting everything today.
Well, I would run the ball left here myself and let Zach run it down for a touchdown. Well, that's not going to happen.
Well, we tested our luck too bad. Maybe they should have done that as Unsicker makes the tackle. That's his 6th of the game. It's going to be 3rd down and 12. And Orlando's owner has informed us all in the chat that he wouldn't call it enjoying himself. He's getting punched and slapped for every score. So that tells you how his day's going. But he's up by 4, so that's got to count.
Hey, the same happens in my household, and I don't even have a football game.
Back to pass. Matsumoto just gets away from the sack. He fires the pass. It's incomplete. Chambers was out of bounds.
Oh, but that was a very nice throw, though.
Yeah, great job by Matsumoto.
Yes, that was a good throw. Even though it was out of bounds, I mean, for him, that was on a rope.
Yeah, it was a nice job. I mean, he could have easily been sacked. He just kind of, he doesn't panic. He doesn't scramble, go crazy. But unfortunately, it's all for naught. Orlando's going to have to punt the football, and Orlando needs to be careful. That was just a 3 and out following a touchdown, and Honolulu all of a sudden has turned momentum around in this game.
Yeah, we've seen this happen before, haven't we?
Oh, man, we don't even need to talk about what happened the last time Orlando was on the field. Kyle Walsh probably said, please, God, no. But we got to talk about it now. Orlando was up. Oh, man, how much were they up by Tallahassee? Were they up? They were up 14 late in the 3rd, I think. They either way, Tallahassee scores 28 of the final 35 points in that game and beats the Intimidators in their last trip onto the turf.
It was like a Chernobyl meltdown.
And that was here in this building.
Yes.
Final play of the 3rd quarter. Walker back to pass. Walker going deep again. The pass is caught!
Great catch!
One-handed grab against Rodney Woods ends the quarter. And Woods is upset, but Iba's saying, hey, we've come here to play. There's still a whole lot of football left to be played. Look at this on the replay. Oh, that was gorgeous.
Iba said, I'm in the game too.
That was absolutely gorgeous, and the defensive lineman didn't do a half-bad job of making things difficult on Walker either. End of 3. Orlando 17, Honolulu 13. We keep it right here. This is the Sim Football Network on Twitch. 12 minutes left to play. Alongside Greg Morris, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. And with 12 minutes left to go, the Legends are coming alive.
This is the last thing Orlando could afford to have happen. Play such an outstanding first half, and now this.
1st and 10 of the 41. 3 in the backfield. English takes the handoff. English will be stretched out for no gain. 2nd down.
Now, for the most part, even though he does have quite a few yards rushing, Orlando has done a very good job insofar as keeping him in check in spots.
Yeah, he's got, before that carry, he had 17 carries for 82 yards. Johnny English, that's okay,
yeah.
but you'll take it. Back to pass, Walker. Iba with the catch again. And Iba, nasty hit by Lacoste. No, not in my house.
Crunch.
202 yards now for Kevin Walker, so he's boosted up his game. Now it's 3rd down and 2, and Iba's kind of taken over like Jordan Jennings took over for Tallahassee in that game.
Exactly.
All of a sudden, Orlando seems to be on rocky ground here. 3rd down and 2 at the 32-yard line. 2 receivers on either side. Blitz coming in. English is stopped in the backfield. Excellent play call. Steven Lambert on the linebacker blitz comes over to make the tackle, and it's 4th down and 2. This would be a 50-yard field goal for the Legends, who have already missed one today.
It's almost like Cal is sitting there dialing up the defense when he needs it.
That was huge, and Honolulu is not going to risk it. They're going to punt.
Yeah, I don't blame them. I mean, they are in this game, so play the field position game.
Not a great kick. Fair catch called for at the 11. That could have been a lot better for Honolulu. 4.3 hang time, but Orlando's going to take over. And less than stellar field position, but it certainly could have been a lot worse. And what a victory for Orlando. It looked like everything was sort of falling apart right at their feet, but their defense calls a good play, and they can now kind of start fresh.
Yeah, that was very good to see, by the way. They seem to recover their momentum.
First down and 10 at the Orlando 11, 17-13. The Intimidators by 4 as Parker takes it on a draw, and Parker's got 3. Tackle made by the big boys up front, 2nd and 7.
I see it here. Zach right, Zach left, Zach up the middle, run clock. If they have to punt, that's going to be a good minute and a half, 2 minutes off the clock.
9 catches for 90 yards on 12 targets for Allen. Allen will take that all day against Fierro, who does have an interception, but has been quiet on the interception and pass defended front for a while. As Matsumoto's going to air it down the middle, and a nice job by Billy Joe Gatlin. He comes over there and sticks his big old mitt out, and the SWAT crew is back out again, 3rd down.
That was kind of ill-advised.
Well, it's not if Gatlin's hand in there.
Well, but I meant the pass. I would have, because what this has done, it stopped the clock.
Right. Very true. Very true. Yeah, and when you're stuck inside your own 20, the last thing you want to do is give Johnny English any field position. 3rd down and 7 to 14, 4 receivers, and Matsumoto is out of the gun, back to pass. Matsumoto flings it, caught for a first down to the 32, a 15-yard gain. That's Parks again. And
that was a good pass.
Yeah, that was just a real nice shot down the field. Here it is again.
Very nice touch.
On the money.
Who is this guy? This is not the Matsumoto I've seen play before.
Yeah, I don't know. This is probably, even though Orlando has 17 points, this is probably one of his better games of his career.
Without a doubt.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. I know a couple of people in the chat typically hate on Matsumoto. I don't know if they're here today or not, but they certainly would be getting a show. I don't know what Chambers just did, but I think whoever that was fell off the trapeze bar, and it's 2nd down and 8.
I think you might have heard footsteps on that one and just said, "Get on the ground."
Play dead or
right.
something. Man, just a wonky play. Matsumoto, surprisingly, does not have a 100 rating yet today. 86.4 so far. 2nd down and 8 at the 34, and he's going to change the play. Honolulu creeping up the line. They're going to bring everybody, and Zach Parker does a good job of running right up the gut. Nice play for Orlando.
Keeps those legs moving, but more important than that, keeps the clock running.
3rd down and 3 now at the 40-yard line. 8.5 to go in the ball game. The Walsh War. Orlando, just like last week at home against Tallahassee, on the cusp of beating one of the top teams in the conference. Hand off to Parker, and he's going to be dropped on 3rd down. Oh, man, that's a big man up front.
That's a big old boy.
He's been keeping Krispy Kreme in business. 4th down and 6 as Wilson gives him a tap on the back. And Orlando's has to punt it away. Well, they got up to the 36-yard line thanks to that Matsumoto throw, so they managed to flip field position. Now it's up to their defense, which has struggled in 4th quarters of ball games.
Yes, they have. And I'm real interested to see what's going to happen, what's going to take place now.
T42 man in the chat. Man, let me tell you about this guy. Former DC Spartans, Minneapolis Spartans owner back in the WAFL, man. It is good to see. It is good to see a long-time sim football supporter. Man, that takes me back, man. That was 2010.
Wow.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line for Honolulu. The game is at 6 p.m. Central, my friend. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. 7:47 to go. Orlando showing a big blitz. They've got 7 in the box, and they come with everybody. And English takes it to the lane, gets around the corner, and that was a well-designed play running away from the blitz.
Well, they did. They brought everybody in, especially on that right side.
Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6 at the 33. Once again, we'd like to shout out to Majesty 95. He's sitting here with us patiently, I'm sure, waiting to give his thoughts about the future of the SFL and what he's looking to maybe or maybe not help us out with. Maybe he thinks I've sucked this whole time, so who knows. But it's 3rd down and 5 as Wallace makes the tackle on English. And this is a huge 3rd down play here for the Legends. Confidence wise. One big play. They've had 4 big plays today, and everything else they just have not been able to execute.
Right.
3rd down and 5. Walker, quick drop back, quick slant. Oh. Pass is incomplete. He dropped it. May have been knocked away. Isaac Wallace played it pretty beautifully. It was a non-star over there trying to make the catch, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Isaac Wallace.
You gotta catch that
in the trenches.
You gotta catch that.
So Honolulu's going to have to punt again. I have to look back at our scores. This may be the lowest scoring game of the season if the score holds true. And it hasn't been bad offense today. These defenses, man, they are flying all over the field.
No, contrary to that, it's just been great defense as far as I can see. With the exception of the one wonky play when Honolulu had it down at the goal line. Most of it has just been great defense.
Orlando, nice kickoff return up to the 33-yard line. Returner wanted more, so he's a bit upset.
So we're moving into crunch time here to where the Legends are going to have to get a stop here pretty soon, get the ball back, and see what they can do with it. Orlando, conversely, they've got to just drive the ball down the field and just get massive clock.
The nice thing for Honolulu is even if they do give up 3, it's still a 1-score game. The handoff goes to Parker, and he just gets picked up and thrown down. Parker now, this is the craziest stat of the game, 41 yards on 20 carries.
Yeah, that's not the Zach attack we know.
Honolulu's pass defense, I mean, I know they're number 1 coming in, but this is a whole nother level. You're limiting a guy that averages $150.
Right.
Whole nother level of good defense. 4 receivers, 2 to either side, halfway through the 4th. Close game here again. Matsumoto going deep, and it's knocked away. And Fierro gets the bonus as well. 3rd down.
Don't keep trying that, man. Fierro, don't try him.
Fierro says, I get to tip the ball away, and once I do that, I can take a shot at you.
Oh, yeah.
Double dip there, and it brings up 3rd down and 9, and Fierro wins that battle in the epic Allen v. Fierro matchup at the bottom of your screen today.
They keep helping the Legends out by stopping the clock.
Back to pass, Matsumoto flips outside, caught. And that's only a 5-yard gain. Again, Honolulu's defense does their job. Nathan Chambers can't get past the sticks, and the Legend defense gets a quick stop. How about this Honolulu defense, man? They give up 16 to Baltimore last week, 17 to Orlando this week. I mean, if you hold a team to under 30 in this league, you've done your job. Honolulu is just next level stuff, man.
But any defense with the Gatlin brothers, you're going to be in the mix in any game you're in.
There's no doubt about that. Billy Joe Gatlin and Jeb Gatlin have made huge contributions to this defense as Honolulu from the 26-yard line on the return won't get as much as Orlando did. That's a 3.5-yard gain up to the 29-yard line. And for Orlando right now, make sure you don't lose sight of Caesar Cannon, and that's basically all you have to do, at least through 3.5 quarters to win this game.
You know you just called it, right?
Oh man, don't even say that to me, man. Oh man, I can't take any more of that psychic stuff. I'm gonna have to open up my own business. Fierro takes a handoff, flag on the play, thrown from the what is it, the back judge back there? That flag came out of his pocket quick. And
face mask.
Face
number
mask.
95, defense.
And that was a very good run by English.
Spot up the foul. Automatic first down.
Spot foul goes to the Orlando 49. They get the non-star gap on the tag. Oh, let's take a look at it again. I didn't. Oh boy, right there.
Yeah.
Man, he ripped it.
Almost decapitated him on that one.
That was a nice job by 2K on that angle, man. That was. I didn't see it at the beginning.
I didn't
either. It just looked like he shedded the tackle. That was nasty. That bad decision there for Orlando. Bad mistake on their defense. They don't need that in a close ball game. 5 minutes to go. 17-13.
Uh-oh. Changing the play.
And Walker's audibling. What's he looking at? He's been a good audibler so far today as Johnny English breaks off a tackle. English still going to get going around that corner. 1 yard gain.
Orlando appears to be playing with that determination, just like, not today, man. Come on. We cannot have that happen to us today.
Lambert on another tackle, 2nd and 9. Big Texas 18 says the ref sounds like a woman. No, he doesn't sound like a woman. He just sounds so man. Yeah. 2nd and 9 of the 48 as Honolulu will hand it off and delay to English. And English is wrapped up. That's a 1 yard loss. If he just would have turned the corner with a little bit, he might have had some room. Didn't see it. 3rd and 10. Big play here for the Legends in Orlando territory.
Can Honolulu see the clock? Do they know how much time is left?
They only need 1 score. Why not take some time off the clock? First, 3rd down and 10 here, down to 4:05 left. High formation. And Walker straight back, throws a slant. Caesar Cannon got it. First down to the Orlando 39, and Mr. 3rd down comes up big.
Mr. Cannon. They better keep an eye on him.
They knew that English was going to be good in this offense. They knew that the Gatlin brothers were going to come in and produce. I don't think anybody saw Caesar Cannon having this good of a season.
Oh, no.
Through the
Not
first
at
half.
all.
The former Renegade tight end also played in Dallas. He's never really done much, but he's working hard here in his first season in Honolulu. That's a 3-yard gain for English, 2nd down and 7. And since English's 99-yard burst, he's done diddly. So,
is Honolulu in 4-down territory now with 3 minutes left in the game?
Yeah, now at this point, now you do start to get a little nervous. That's a tough call. I don't know. We'll see how long it takes him to get down the field. 2nd and 7. And Walker goes to Iba. He dropped the ball.
Oh!
Drop from Iba. And he's lucky that Rodney Woods didn't end up picking it off.
Oh, my goodness. Isn't that his 2nd drop?
It might be. It might be. Beautiful read from Walker. He was hoping.
Unless he makes a game-winning catch, he's walking back to Honolulu.
3rd down. I think the bus left already, man. There's way too many people leaving. You already said the whole team was earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They're already going back. 3rd down and 7. Walker back to pass. Finds it. Oh, he dropped it too. Back-to-back drops for Honolulu.
Oh,
and
boy.
it's 4th down.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness gracious. What a choke job. In the midst, he looked at...
he was running without the ball.
He took one look at Rodney Woods and said, ah! And just stopped. 4th and 7, and we're about to find out, is it 4-down territory? I think it is for the Legends.
They're up against it, man.
And with the way their defense is playing, why not? You know, take a shot. 4th and 7, back-to-back drops for Honolulu. They have missed opportunity after opportunity in this ball game. And on 4th and 7, they throw a quick slant, and the pass is picked up at the 33-yard line by A.J. Lacoste. What a beautiful read!
Oh, my goodness.
What a beautiful read by Lacoste. He stole it right away from Iba.
That's his 3rd interception of the season. Talk about Johnny on the spot.
So now, 2:49 to go following Walker's turnover. 20 carries for 41 yards for Parker. The problem is Orlando needs to try to run the clock out.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And Parker can't get going. So now, once again, it's up to Honolulu's defense as they give the ball to Zach Attack, and he will pick up just 1 yard. Hakeem on the tackle. But, man, what a job by A.J. Lacoste. He just picked that thing.
This Orlando defense has just been remarkable today. I mean, I, for one, did not expect this kind of performance out of them. I really thought the Legends offense would kind of run roughshod over them today. I stand corrected.
2nd and 9 at the 34. Honolulu with 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning still left in their pocket. Needs a stop. Down to 10 seconds. Orlando playing a clock game now. They're rolling.
Yeah.
Down to 5 seconds. They hand it off to Parker. Right side Parker. Met in the backfield. He breaks the tackle. Parker's got 8 yards. 3rd down and 1. The biggest play of the game coming up following the 2-minute warning.
Oh, man.
Nice job. Billy Joe Gatlin, a rare missed tackle there.
He's tired.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Intimidator Radio Network.
You're listening to 1090 WIRN, The Extra Point, Orlando's sports leader.
3rd down, 1. Orlando trying to get their first win of the year. Honolulu is trying to beat Orlando for the first time ever here in the Dome. What history will be set as Parker takes the handoff for the first down, and he's still going. And the Legends have to burn a timeout, and they've got one last shot to get the football back. One more first down gives Orlando their first win of the year.
Wow, this is, like I said, this has been an impressive game plan laid out by Kyle Walsh for his Orlando Intimidators. Although the game isn't over yet, this has been impressive.
1:54 to go. 3 plays will separate Honolulu from 4-1 atop the conference, or 3-2. Handoff Parker. Parker gets a block, spun down. Boy, that looked like a face mask. No call, to my knowledge, a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9. He got ripped down. That Todd Gatlin.
There is no reason whatsoever Matsumoto should be throwing a pass here. It should be all runs, even if it's 3rd and long, run the ball.
2nd and 9 to the 48. Honolulu just 1 timeout left. If they get the ball, be with about 30 seconds left. Handoff Parker. Parker's got the first down.
Parker! Back attack! Attack!
Down to the 6-yard line. Ball game! Are you feeling the victory now, Orlando?
Mama, there goes that man.
Parker, that block right there, big number 71, that was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it would have been better. Well, first of all, Honolulu should have shoved them out of bounds, but you almost, if you're a defense, you just kind of want them to score almost there. So, but, you know, if I'm Orlando here, just take the knee. You don't need the points.
No, just take the knee. Don't take any chances insofar as fumbling the ball is concerned. There you go. Victory formation.
Victory formation. Orlando in a crazy defensive game here on the Sunday Showcase will pick up a 17-13 win. Schedule announcement for Week 8. The Tallahassee Pride versus the Santa Fe Gorillas has been flexed into the Sunday Showcase slot. The Cleveland Vipers will host the Baltimore Crabs on Thursday night. So Santa Fe and Tallahassee will be our showcase game. 4-1 Gorillas and 3-1 Pride atop the conference. 2 expansion teams in their first meeting of the year. That is going to be a fun game.
Oh, yeah. That is what you call a tasty treat.
2nd down and goal to go, but it doesn't matter much now. Down to 6 on the play clock, and there's one happy Walsh and there's one sad Walsh after today. That's the negative of the Walsh War.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But it has been, neither one of them should be that disappointed. This was an outstanding game, and as far as I'm concerned. I like to see defensive struggles like this.
A 38.8 point per game average for Honolulu's offense, and they score 13 points today. And you look back at this game, Rodney Woods won this game.
Oh, yeah.
He won this game with his interception.
Yep.
He won the game with the tackle at the 1-yard line that only ended up in 3 points and not 7. The free safety came to play. He won this game for the Intimidators today. And that's hard to say for a defender, that they can just be the guy.
Oh, yeah. And I want to say this for the rest of the league right now. This is the Orlando you don't want to see. They turn into that junkyard dog.
So Dan and Peter will have the post-game show. We'll be back for a quick wrap-up. But the Orlando Intimidators, how about them apples? They get their first win of the year, 17-13 over the rival
and
Honolulu Legends.
And that is going to do it for this
Dan
one.
Peter, the
Intimidators come out on
top.
top, 17. Let's look back at some of the plays that made the difference in this one. That was an exciting game. So let's not waste any time in getting to the highlights in our post-game show. will pick up the action midway through the third quarter. Number 26 would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. After driving 30 yards on 7 plays, Conway would be summoned for the long field goal try, and his kick would be right through. The Intimidators connect on the field goal. Answering right back, the Legends down by 11. Number 87 emerged as a real weapon as he pulled one in here. They climb back again and are now down by 4. The Legends still late in the third. Number 9 connected with his man on this one. Unfortunately, the drive stopped shortly afterwards and they had to punt it away. The Legends down 17-13. Number 3 went to work on third down and he was able to find his man. Unfortunately, they could not capitalize on the play. Late into the fourth quarter, number 47 is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way, and he's able to get his hands on this one and picks it off. Still late in the fourth quarter, the Intimidators up by 4. Number 35 is going to take this one to the outside, and once he gets the corner, it's a foot race. And that will do it. The Intimidators edge out a win, 17-13. Let's wrap it up by congratulating our 2K Sports player of the game.
Number 3 proved once again why he's one of the best. He was the best player on the winning team. It's as simple as that. We'll see if he's able to keep up this high level of play in the games ahead.
For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
That about wraps it up. The Orlando Intimidators 17, the Honolulu Legends 13. Orlando improves to 1-4. Honolulu drops to 3-2. And boy, Santa Fe's liking where they're sitting after their win, and Honolulu's loss is making things a little bit more clear in that conference.
Oh, most definitely. But like I said before, don't go to sleep on Honolulu just yet. They're still in the mix in Orlando. I don't know if everybody wants them to get in the hunt.
And a special thanks to Majesty 95 for sitting in with us on today's broadcast. Also, Greg Morris doing another fantastic job as our analyst on Sundays. And from all of us in the Simulation Football League, this has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League on the Sim Football Network on Twitch. I am your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine, and from the Dome, have a great night. Tomorrow, Money Monday, remember guys, if you show up in the fourth quarter, we're already giving away the cash. It's pretty dumb to show up late. So get here, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. The 3-1 Louisville Wolfpack take on the 3-1 DC Dragons in what should be an epic classic between two new teams. See you on the flip side, everybody. This has been fun. Orlando gets win number 1. Good night.